Hi, I'm Pete, and welcome to Just a Few Acres Farm. We got a few nice days of weather coming here. Let's see what we can get done. Morning, ladies. We're coming in. The first major task is to get the cattle settled in their winter quarters. There's ice in there. And to do that, we got to bale this and move it. Watch out, guys. Hey, Orden, there's no water in there yet. It's too cold to use a float valve. It's been in the 20s at night. I love to watch cattle drink. That's right, Coco. We're going to try and push any cattle that are out into the winter pasture so we can shut the gate. There we go. Come on, Patty. Let's go. Come on, you. Come in. Oh, you're a steer. You're going to be squirrely. Come on, let's go. You're a nice steer. There you go. Let's go. Yeah, he's a steer. Come on. Come on, we're going this way. Come on, in you go. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, nope. Come on. Oh, you goof. Yeah. Come on. Is that both of them? All right, guys. Here you guys are for the winter.
The reactions are mixed.
What the heck are you doing?
I tripped a little bit.
I think I got a hole in my boot.
Uh-oh.
Does anybody feel like they have to go to the bathroom yet? I know I do. The reason we swapped the tanks and put the Rubbermaid plastic one out here is because when we put a plastic one inside last winter, the bulls got to horsing around and actually broke the thing. So we swapped the metal one, put it in there, and the heifers can have the plastic one. Next I can disconnect the field fencing, and there's one point here that energizes it. And the other point is right here, one of the leads that comes off of the fencer. This one. Having done that, the only thing that should be energized is the fence that goes all the way around the winter pasture. Everything else is dead. Should be good and hot. I would say that's hot. 11.7, 11.8 kilovolts. Step 16B, mineral feeder.
Sounds like it's got water in the bottom of it.
Oh, you mean in the base?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it does.
Of course, Titus has got to brutalize it. Hey, bud. Come on, guys. Hey, Orden. Time to go out.
Thanks, Gordon. Gotta keep going. Guy in front of him stopped. It's like shoving him along.
Here's my fancy gate latch. Works great. Oh, they're still. This is a 4-year-old hay bale. This is what we use for bedding, old hay. I thought about going to wheat straw, but I got enough old hay to at least use it this year for bedding. You let me know if I put one on your head, right?
I will.
Here we go, a nice thick layer of bedding. Let's see how the cattle like it. Well, come on, come see. Go on in. I hope Patty approves. What do you guys think? It's your nice cozy winter digs.
Oh yeah? You gonna dig it up?
He's gonna lay right down and take a nap, maybe. Nope. If a bull can work it with his head, he does. Last year we built a single deep bedding pack. We bedded once a week. It got to be about that thick by the end of the winter, and I cleaned it out once at the end of the winter. This winter what we're gonna do is bed twice a week, or thereabouts, and clean out once at the midpoint, say at the end of January, weather cooperating. Because I got worried about the deep bedding pack pushing out the north wall, or the far wall of the cattle pen, because of the weight pushing against it. Bedding hay is stashed here at the end, and way down at that end, it's the oldest hay. Last year's hay is stacked all along this wall, and this year's hay is stacked all along this wall, so we'll feed out this first, and then move on to that. I really enjoy seeing cattle on new bedding, especially when we get into the cold of winter and they romp and jump in here and lay down in it. Today I want to finish plowing that field, but before I do, I got some adjustments to make to the plow. Well, come on. First is this tail wheel, because I think it's set too high. Uh-huh. We'll get back on there. There's a set screw on the back side here. Loosen that up a little bit. This is just a guesstimate on my part from seeing how it rides in the furrow. We'll try this and see how it works. Can always adjust it again. Fine tune. This is a set of collars for the hydraulic cylinder. Technically, I think they're called stroke limiters. I noticed while plowing that you can bury the plow too deep if the cylinder goes all the way down. So I'm going to try these, and I may have to rearrange them based on how it performs in the field. Hillary and I have been working on firewood. This tree's gone, cleaned up. We still got quite a bit to do with that one. Then I can get to work clearing off this lot. Hopefully my tail wheel's tracking all right. This furrow's about 9 inches deep, but I still got the plow coming in too deep, so I'm going to swap out these collars. This we'll just try one more here. See this tilt on the drawbar when the plow's down? It's got a gap under here and it's on the ground here. We're going to try and level that up. See how that runs. Set right now. See how the drawbar plate is right level with the ground? Tail wheel's engaging more to hold the plow in line. Probably could come down a little bit more. But it's about all the 756 can handle. I got her throttled right up. Bottom shine and smooth and scour a little bit more with each pass. Feeling pretty smooth now. It's the missing coulters that really make the difference plowing in sod. Make it plow hard. Hillary always said she needed a throne. Ezra did too. Maybe asking yourself, well, what the heck is he doing plowing? I thought he hated plowing. He was one of those guys that never disturbed the soil. Well, I think it's important to be able to choose from the best approach from a variety for the problem you're facing, and you can't be dogmatic about things and saying plowing is always bad. In this case, it's the best solution for this field. This field hasn't been plowed in 25 years. It was seeded 25 years ago in a species the cattle don't really like that much compared to the species that I plant in my pasture. I rented this land out and another farmer planted it way back then. It's very rough. Dad had a garden in part of it, and that was never seeded, and it's not easy to make hay off of it. It's got a whole section over here that was pig pasture that pigs all dug up, and it was full of goldenrod. In this case, the best solution to getting a nice high energy stand of grass that'll make the cows gain well is plowing it. Why am I plowing this in the fall instead of the spring? Folks plow in the spring, right? Well, in this case, I want this organic material, the plants and the roots, to rot down over the winter as much as possible and help break up the clumps to make it easier to work in the spring. Lots of folks think about the birth to death cycle of things, but I like to think about birth to rebirth. And in between rebirth and birth, that end, is rot and decay. Really important on a farm. And what happens with plowing is it flips these upside down. So you can see the green stuff has been flipped over and the roots are up. Now with species like clover, and here's a piece of clover here, the nodules in the roots that hold the nitrogen that the clover captures from the air are held in here. They're not available to other plants until that root dies, and that's when it releases its nitrogen. A root can die via cattle grazing it, via cutting it for hay, because a percentage of the roots will die back. Or in this case, as this rots down, all the plants will release the nitrogen. The bacteria that come in to do the decomposing take that nitrogen, combine it with the cellulose in the plants to explode their population. They gobble up all of the cellulose and the nitrogen and other trace minerals they need, and they wind up decomposing this. When they're done with their work, their population collapses, and when their bodies become part of the soil, it releases all that good stuff in. I'm giving the soil time to do that before springtime comes, and then I'll have nice rich soil to plant in. Buried right down to the drawbar. This tail wheel's still not quite right. When I look at the plow trailing behind me on the tractor, I can see the rear bottom is lower than the front bottom, so the plow's kind of doing this, and the plow needs to travel straight. So we're going to move the tail wheel down a little bit more. Not that far. about an inch down further. Better now. Passes are done. Of course, when you plow this way, you got a dead furrow on both sides of the field, and now I'm going to plow off the headlands. This is a one-way plowing job, so you make a pass, and then you kind of come back around, keep going through. It's kind of a bumpy ride. I tripped a bottom, finally. Yeah. This notch right here in the end, there's a roller that rides in there that's got a spring on it, on an arm, and so when it pulls the roller out, it trips. Now here's the problem. I don't know if I can back this up because I don't have the right piece on my tail wheel here. That did the trick. These are some beautiful ribeyes produced right here on our farm with a little Montreal steak seasoning on them. 1.5 inches thick, indirect heat to start. While the steaks are cooking, I can update you on projects. Number one, that field that I plowed will sit all winter, and then in the spring after the ground dries out enough, I'll go in and fit the field. And fit the field is breaking up the clumps, leveling it out using a disc. I have a drag harrow, and I may possibly borrow some of the neighbors' field fitting equipment and pick rocks. As far as winter projects go, the priorities are this. Number one, get the pad cleared off for the shop, clear all the vegetation out of there, dig off the topsoil, put in fill, compact the fill, and then they can build in the winter time, the folks that I'm hiring, where it fits into their schedule. So that's kind of first priority. Number two priority is the engine for the international truck should be back to me from the machine shop sometime in December. I want to put that engine back together, paint it up, put it on an engine stand, and let it sit. And my plan is to pull that truck into the new shop when I get it finished enough to pull it in, and then work on it in there. Number three priority, am I at number three, is this, which it's really towards the back burner right now, as long as the weather stays nice enough for me to get stuff done outside. This Farmall 856, continuing the restoration of that. So that's where we stand with everything. These are ready to sear. Flip. And done. It's not quite done yet. It has to rest, but I'll take a sample of it and then bring it inside where it's warmer to rest. That was very good. It's been a busy week, and I got to go to farmer's market tomorrow. I'm going to go inside and have dinner with my family, and I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.